Today we'll talk about the branch instructions again. So in this lecture, we'll mostly try to understand the logical descriptions of the branch instructions, which are given in the column 2. So what I did is I actually listed all the branch instructions here with all the descriptions in a little bit extended, way, because most of the descriptions that we have in the column 2 is very cryptic. So I tried to write a little bit more detail so that we understand how these branches work. So what we are going to do here is we want to understand that when you are writing the code, how do you determine which branch exactly you will need to do logical part of the program, okay? So let's say, for an example, you are given a couple of lines like this, okay? So let's say you just have, you are loading a number into accumulator A, and then you are subtracting another number from that number, from accumulator A. Now, and the third line, you need a branching. And how do you know which branch you will actually need? So what you need to do is, we actually need to look at the list of branch instructions that we have in the last slide with all the descriptions. And you have to choose one branch instruction that must always make a branch from line 3 of the code segment when the first number is positive and second number is negative, okay? And the difference is negative. So in these questions, sometime you might find more than one correct answer, but as long as you select one of the correct answer, your answer will be taken and you'll be given 100% credit, okay? So it's very likely that sometime you might find more than one answer, okay? So let's say from the description, what you need to do is you need to understand the flags. For an example, you are just told, okay, you are subtracting the number, right? Think about the first number, num1. They said the first number is positive and the second number is negative, and also the difference is negative, and you are doing a subtraction, right? Now can you tell from here what will be the, you see, you probably cannot tell all the flags because you don't exactly know the numbers, but you can tell some of the flags some of the times, or you can probably use some of the logic some of the time. For example, here you can tell for sure that the V flag will be set, right? Think about this subtraction. This is one of the categories when the V flag is set. So you're pretty much sure that after this operation your V flag will be set. Now can you look at the set of all the branch instructions that you have and tell that which branch you have in this list which will make a branch when the V flag will be set? Obviously, if you look at the list and if you look at all the branching conditions in the column 3, you will be able to tell that probably one of the option is probably BVS, because the BVS is the one which branches when the V flag is set. So it's actually all of these will be right. But to make it a little bit simpler, what we did in the quiz section is all you have to do is just select one of the correct answer. So for an example, why the first one is correct? Because first one is BMI, which is true when negative flag is set, right? So how the negative flag is set? If your difference is negative, since you are doing a subtraction. And as you know that the difference is negative, right? That's already been mentioned in the question, that the difference will be negative. And the second branch is BNE, which means that it will branch when the zero flag is clear. Zero flag is clear because in your question it's mentioned that the difference is negative, right? Negative means what? It's not zero, right? Because zero cannot be negative, zero cannot be like positive. It's just like something in the middle. So it's negative, so you can tell for sure that that's not zero. And the fourth option, obviously, you can tell that the V flag will be set based on the description given, because this falls one of the category you have for subtraction. So you have actually 3 correct answers. But to make it a little bit simpler, as I said before, that in the quiz section you actually have to select one or more out of the list. If you at least select one correct answer, the question will be taken as correct answer. I'm saying as 100% correct answer, okay, instead of just taking all the correct choices. But don't take anything which is not right. I'm saying don't take like combination of like true and false, then you lose the credit. Let's take another example here. Similar question. So in the line 1, you are loading something in the accumulator A, and the line 2, you are adding another number to it. So in line 3, you need a branching. Now, can you tell what branching you will need that will must make a branch from line 3 when the first number is negative, second number is negative, but the sum is positive? Now, let's think about this a little bit logically. As I said, we'll just read the description and we'll try to understand or determine which branch you need to select out of the list you are given, which will make a branch. So in this case, this is what you are told, right? You are told that your number 1, you are actually adding num1 plus num2, right? You are just doing num1 plus num2 and getting a sum. So you are doing an addition, and you are told that the first number is negative, which is num1, and the second number is also negative, which is num2, and the sum is positive. That's your sum, right? Now from here, and you are doing an addition, right? From here, what can you tell? Of course, you can tell the V flag will be set, right? Think about this case. This is one of the cases when the V flag gets, V flag is set in case of addition. So you can obviously tell the V flag will be set. And as I said, you may not be able to identify all the flags. I'm saying that's probably even you don't need. You can't understand because you are just given num1. So you just you're trying to determine the branch based on the flags. Now, from the following list here, you will select the branch which will definitely make in this case. And as I said before, you may have more than one choices, but to make it simple, you don't have to select all the choices. If you select one correct answer, your answer will be taken as 100% correct. Okay. Now, BMI tells the negative flag is set. I'm saying the answer is positive, so there is no way BMI will make it, right? Because the answer is not negative. BLO, carry flag is set. Now, can you tell anything about the carry here? You probably don't know anything about the carry because you are not given the number. Number 3 is BVC. V flag is clear. Obviously, V flag is not clear, so this will not make a branch. But number 4 is probably a good choice, right? BVS, branch when V flag is set. So as you can tell from the question, V flag is set, right? So your answer must be this one. But sometimes you can tell also about the carry flag because of these. Most of the time when such case happens, that you have two negative numbers and you are adding the negative numbers and your sum is positive, most likely, almost all the time, you actually have a carry and something is overflown and you run into the carry. But you may not probably get that all the time. In that case, as I said, you don't have to select both of the branch. As long as you select BVS or BLO, your answer will be selected as correct answer. Okay. So in this quiz, this is like a little bit different because instead of just trying from the real solid numbers, we are actually trying to use the branch based on some of the descriptions given in the question. Some of the hints you are given in the question. But as I said, to make it simple, you'll be given more than one choices in most of the questions. So all you have to do is just to make one correct choice, and which will give you the 100% credit. So which is pretty straight in such cases. I'm sure that you probably will have some question when you'll be working with your quiz. This is actually the last quiz we have on our list from the branch instructions. And remember, even after this quiz, you will be using the branch, but for some other purpose. I'm saying this is the basic. This is the end of the basic, lectures on the branches. And this is also the last quiz which will be covered by the test 2. Okay? Meaning after this point, everything will be covered by the final. So this is the last quiz we have for test 2. Let me stop this presentation here so that you can try the quiz.